There's this feeling we don't really talk about that much, but I think a lot of people experience it. It's that quiet desire to just not exist. It's not the extreme version of that, the kind that feels permanent and violent, but something a little softer, vaguer. It's the wish that maybe we could just stop feeling everything, not have to deal with any of this anymore. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about how it would have been easier if I'd never been born, or if I could just fall asleep and never wake up. I feel it when I'm in situations that make me uncomfortable, at a party with people I barely know, or when I've been rejected, or when I'm just by myself and start to spiral into these thoughts. The weirdest part is when my mind starts asking questions that just don't have answers. Would I even want to live in a world that's falling apart? Am I really a burden to the people around me? Am I doing enough? Being enough? Then there are times when I just feel trapped inside my own head, and all I want is to escape. The idea of not being here at all seems strangely comforting. I think there's something a little unsettling about how, in the worst moments, the thought of oblivion almost feels like a relief, like this fantasy of complete nothingness takes on this weird allure. It's kind of like when you get so obsessed with something that even though you know it won't fix everything, the pursuit itself becomes consuming. And so, even though the end result isn't exactly what we hope for, we keep chasing it because the pursuit itself feels like the only escape. But in chasing that nothingness, it's like we are trying to experience non-being, yet at the same time, we never truly get there, and that's part of the point. It's not supposed to work, but we keep going because it offers the illusion of control, as if we have some say in our fate, some way out. But when I actually stop and think about it, the idea of stepping out, just disappearing forever, doesn't really seem worth it. One moment of freedom for an eternity of nothingness? That doesn't sound like a fair trade. Sure, there are those little moments of retreat we take from reality, scrolling through Instagram or diving into food or mindless distractions, but I don't think they ever really make me feel better. They just keep me from facing the real weight of the questions that linger in my mind about who I am and where I fit in all of this. The funny thing is, though, there are just enough moments in life that remind me why sticking around is worth it. There are these feelings and fleeting moments where everything feels bigger than me, like when I hear a song that makes me feel something I can't explain, or when I'm in a moment of connection with someone I care about, or when I create something that resonates with others. Those moments remind me that even though I'm just a small part of all this, my existence is a beautiful accident. There's something magical in that fragility of being alive. Even though I'm just one tiny speck in this vast universe, there's always something beautiful waiting to be experienced, something I haven't encountered yet. And I know this because I've been there before. I've had those moments that make it all worth it. So even though the thought of disappearing sometimes feels like a quick fix, I also know that if I were to give up now, I would miss all the moments that could come. Non-existence will find its way to me soon enough, but for now, I think I'll stick it out just a little longer. See what's waiting around the corner.